What is good, y'all? SG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another episode of the Indianapolis Colts rebuild, man. Year 2 about to go ahead and get kicked off for us, man. So you guys are ready for another season in the series. Make sure you guys hit the video with a like, comment, subscribe, and help share the video out to more people so we can bring more people into the family, into the fold, and really go this trend up to that 1K mark. Now today, we're gonna go and get into it. Like I said, year 2. You can see the Texans and Titans already up on the schedule, so 2 big divisional games to get started. You can kind of see how preseason ended for us, man. We went 2-1. Jags went 3-0. And here's some of the end of the postseason stats here. Anthony Richardson, 377 yards, 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I was really unimpressed with the backup QBs. I even went inside Jacoby Brissett because I was so mad at how Huntley and Mond were doing. You can see the completion percentages were terrible. All the way throughout, they really sold a lot of throws for us. I mean, Mond went 4 for 14 in the 2 quarters he played. Brissett, even when we brought him in, went 4 for 16 in the 2 quarters he played. So the quarterback room, at least as far as backups goes, in question. I like how the running backs did. Tyler Goodson was the only one that kind of was a disappointment in terms of a yards per carry type of aspect. Max McCain, the rookie, actually balled out this preseason, man. 7 catches under 29 yards and a touchdown. We already were getting him in a lot of open space in that tight end 2 spot. And then even when tight end 1, when he played the backup role, Tutu Atwell did good. I think I was really impressed with the whole receiver room as a whole from top to bottom. Even guys that weren't even really seeing the field too much did the most with their opportunities when they had them. Offensive line played okay. Gerald Paul, even though he was the most stubborn to come back, ended up giving up the most sacks. Actually had the same amount as the rest of the offensive line combined in just himself. And then you had obviously the defense really balling. The addition of John Peppers, the rookie, well, huge addition. 18 tackles for his total, 2nd place behind Manny Bell at linebacker. Even got us an interception. And we've been letting him do a little special teams too, because he does have the speed for it. So we'll kind of look at those numbers here in a second. TFLs, obviously, you know, those are very important to us. You see 8 there by DeForest Buckner. The sack numbers were pretty good. We were getting back to the quarterback. And you see a lot of guys getting interceptions here. Baker, Clifton, Brents, Vince, and Peppers all getting INTs today. Not really testing Kenny Moore too often, early at least in the preseason. That boy was being locked down as much as I need him to. And then, like I said, John Peppers back to kick return. He actually took one back to the crib. 102 yards too as well, like in the end zone, out of the end zone, to the other end zone. So I think we really got an option there between Peppers and Hamler to where I don't have to let Hamler do it, especially if he starts messing up and fumbles again. But it's time for Grim Reaper week, man. The time where people get that axe. And although we signed him to come in and see if he could put up something, I decided to go ahead and release him, being is that he put up the worst amount of numbers too in his short time that he had a chance to make a impact with us. We go to tight end, as I'm only keeping 3 of them. And I've got 5 here on roster, so we will go ahead and cut Andrew Ogletree as well as Will Malroy. I mean, I could have put him on the practice squad, but we can also go younger here and get some fresh faces in. So I'm going to go ahead and cut him. Offensive line, I like to keep 2 per position, and one's not showing up here because he is hurt. So Josh Sills at least will be cut, and I'm going to figure out what to do with that last player here in a second. You guys will see. Defensive tackle, I only really want to keep 4 here. So especially with us, we're actually running the 4-3. Having 4 defensive tackles would be kind of nice here. So I do want to go ahead and get rid of the older guy in this case, and again, being 27 years old. Middle linebacker, I only want to keep 3, being that we run a 4-3. So letting Bambo there go to the practice squad, get some more time to learn. Here, they're both the same age, both around the same overall, but EJ Speed obviously is better and perform better. And I get to save $2 million in cap space though if we go ahead and cut Shaquille Leonard. So we're going to cut him. And then finally, last but not least, we're coming down to the last 4 players. We got DB. We know who our top 3 are. Kenny, Vince, John. Julius is a great 4. Baker has made plays for us. It was clutch in the postseason, but we have a lot of young talent coming up here that needs room to grow. So I want to go ahead and cut him. And then between the 25 and 23-year-old, Darren Hall here has a little bit better on his stats that I need. Same man coverage, better zone, and better speed. And 2 years older, so this gives time for Jalen Jones to go, get some more development. So we're going to move him down to the practice squad. And then here is strong safety. Marcus Clifton still just not ready yet to make that jump up. We did have him play the sub linebacker role, so he's kind of in the box. He did all right. Now, the move I was talking about earlier, Ike Bodeger, I wanted to cut him. Obviously, we ended up having to release him after we sent him to week 1. And I had to put Evan Hull on the practice squad to make room for that. Now, I did do a no-no here. I forgot that you have to do the undrafted free agent signings to your practice squad before the end of week 4. I thought it was on week 1 that you had to do that. Otherwise, you were just signing them. So I didn't sign any of these guys. We did get some pretty good faces here. It looks like they went wide out, cornerback, pretty heavy. Got a couple middle linebackers here too as well to provide more depth. But I will be signing Evan Hull back to the regular squad there to give us a full 55. So don't you guys worry about that. Now, of course, what I do with our scouting too here, as we're coming into a new year, all these guys got to get fired because I don't know if any of these positions are even needed any longer. And we just kind of go through and make a whole new set here. So what we decided to go with as far as the free agents go, we have our 3-star going interior offensive line and DT, our 2-star on outside linebacker and interior lineman, and then interior lineman, D tackle, and middle linebacker, kind of the main focus. So you guys obviously see the main focus is guards, centers, defensive tackles, and the whole linebacking core as a whole. I'm trying to see if we can get better at those spots to make the team even better after a year or two. Now, of course, our goal this year will be to make the playoffs. I mean, we just won the Super Bowl. I won't put the Super Bowl defense back up as a goal, but we at least need to make the playoffs. That's the very least that we can do after just winning one. You know, we're not going to be one that wins it and then gets bounced completely out of the postseason. And to do that, it's going to take great play from guys like this. Jalen Jackson getting the camp standout scenario here. Of course, I didn't really think he did anything extremely ball outy to deserve this, but my boy was ready to come in and make plays, so I got to let him go ahead and do that. Now, obviously, he's here to stay, get 2+ combined sacks, TFLs for him to continue the breakout chance. So we'll see if he's able to get that. We don't run a lot of 4-3, so there's not a lot of room for him to be on the field, which I think that'll be hard to do. But who knows? New season, new cornerback room. We might run more 4-3, but I doubt it, considering I got a really good nickel. And I have no worries about my defense at all. So that's why here in this press conference, when they're asking what we want to focus on, it's definitely going to be the offense. I need them to be able to go out there, put on a show, and not just run the ball, which we did so well last year, but pass the ball effectively. Now, run will still be the main focus here because we have Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. Offensive line is geared up more to block for the run anyway. As of right now, currently, we're working on getting their pass ball better, but they want us to rush for about 150 here against the Texans and put the offensive game plan on running to help achieve that goal too as well. So I feel like they put that there for a reason. Like we might be able to, get a little extra points. So I'm going to do that. Obviously setting up the regions here a little bit early too as well. And then a full look at the schedule one more time here. So you have Texans, Titans first 2 weeks, Seahawks in week 3, Cardinals week 4, 49ers. So it looks like we're playing that whole division there, that NFC East. We got Dolphins, Rams, Raiders. I said NFC East. I mean NFC West. My stupid ass. Then we got the Texans and Titans again, right in between our bye weeks. And then we play the Jaguars both times to end the season. Week 16 and 18. And with them going 3-0 in the preseason and being our main runner-ups last year, those could be 2 very important games for us to clinch this division late in the season. So I'm glad they actually made a schedule like that with the harder of the 3 teams near the end and back-to-back. I'm not mad at it at all. But it'll lead us to go into our first serious practice session here. We start off the year with tough practices. So it will be full pads, everybody full go. And for the starters too as well. So you're going to see a lot of fatigue starting to come up here. I do have my progressive fatigue still on. I know some people say it doesn't work or not. I like seeing those numbers drop. I like guys getting tired because it'll force in the backups in. No, it hasn't worked too bad for me. So I'm going to leave mine on. Now, got a couple upgrades here before we jump into week 1 after the practice session. Quiddy Pay, one of our best edge rushers here, man. 80 power moves, 78 block shed. 61 is finesse, so we're not even going to really worry about trying to get that one up. We're just going to focus on what he's already good at and make him even better at it. So upgrading his power moves here, hoping for a +2 power move upgrade. I'll take that. 82 overall now. Sweet. At least 82 for his power moves. I'll take it. And then Rodney Thomas Jr., backup free safety. Of course, looking at some of his stats, I mean, he's decent in man coverage at 65, good at zone 73. So he's that free safety archetype. We're going to upgrade both, though, because if he's having to come in, obviously, I only have one true, what I feel like, deep third safety, and that's Pierre Collins. So get him better at man coverage and zone so we can guard them tight ends. And that'll lead us to go ahead and switch over to Smooth TV as we got week 1, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, part 3. And here we are underway with opening kickoff as we are in and tuned in to Smooth TV, the smoothest gaming broadcasting that you're going to see on the tube. And we're already getting things kicked off here early as I thought we might have had one going back to the crib already. As KJ Hamler, the exciting kick returner for the Colts, getting them started with a big gain and giving that man a short field. It is Anthony Richardson And this is Thursday Night Football, the very first game of a new league year. Obviously, the Super Bowl winners got to do it. You would think that we want to just run it back after just going to get that rematch of the previous Super Bowl. But no, they're giving us a division rivalry game here to get tensions high and get things going. And that's going to get going like this offense, hopefully, here as we go with a read option on 1st and 10. Great run by Taylor. Getting those yards back that he had negative on the first run. So far, first 3 plays have been to him. We'll see if they keep that kind of momentum going here. Another run to the right side this time, and Taylor rushes for the first down. We got our first injury. Jordan Brooks of the Texans going down, holding his stomach or rib cage. Have to keep eyes on that and see if we notice him come back into the ball game or not. Handoff again, Taylor. I think we've seen 5 plays, 5 Taylor touches. Seems like this team's identity has not shifted, at least in the offseason. Not many offensive moves throughout the free agency period and draft, so understandable. 3rd and 6 here for the Colts. Richardson throws out to his left side. That's Josh Down spinning off a tackler and then getting dumped onto the floor, but not before catching it for a huge first down gain. Looking for his wideouts here early too as well through the pass game, and then right back to the Taylor show here though. Looks like maybe a little bit of an identity change here. I feel like this is a lot more running than we see at the beginning of the game, really eating up this clock on this first drive, going to the outside, and Taylor kind of gets met at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5 here. Trying to keep the drive moving. Richardson will roll to his right. Clear daylight to the sideline, and he gets nudged out of bounds by the linebacker, not before getting the first. And we see him get his first carry of the day here. We'll go back 1st and goal. Another handoff directly to Taylor as he trucks his way forward to the 2. Will Anderson there getting the tackle there that time. And then they'll go under center here for the first time and just get that a nice, easy touchdown pass over to Jelani Woods. Moved down to tight end 3 this season after the rookie Max McCain kind of won that tight end 2 spot throughout pre. But still not going to stop him from making some plays and getting the first touchdown of the season for the Indianapolis Colts. Making way for the Texans offense to come out and show what they got at CJ Stroud. You saw last year this team did beat them once. This was the only team to actually beat the Colts last season, postseason and all. And we're seeing them get started often and early as Tank Dell is back in action. Good play fake there for a 40-yard pass deep down the field. They're going to try to get their run game going, but it's not as successful here with Dameon Pierce. And as we know, this team is the only one that beat this Colts team last year. Went 16-1 regular season, 3 straight dubs through the postseason. We'll see if it's going to be another year like that, at least where the Texans can maybe tie up or win both games against the Colts. And so far, offensively at least, they're looking way better than the defense. Driving up here already in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 13. Handoff will go up the middle. That's a big running lane to the left side and finally getting taken down by Pierre Collins. Dameon Pierce on his 2nd rushing attempt. Getting them into goal territory here, at least within 10 yards as he gets taken down in the backfield that time before it's Butner, the TFL King. Already blinked up in X Factor mode here. CJ Stroud will just have to drop back and pass then. Realizing the run game was getting stuffed, he goes to his target, Marquise Brown, for their first passing touchdown of the season. Tying this thing up 7-7 now here. And obviously things are getting interesting. As we're still in the first quarter here, only about 2 minutes left to go though. Handoff up the middle goes to Taylor for a nice smooth gain of 6. Looks like they're not going to abandon this run game at all here. Switch it up to a 3rd and 4. Making some adjustments at the line. Throws this one over the left side to Josh Downs again. 2nd catch off his 2nd target. And really helping this offense move as Anthony Richardson hasn't missed a pass yet. 4 for 4. And there's going to be 4 for 5 as he tries to go over the top. That's a great jump by the safety. Breaks off a tackle, goes up the left sideline, and finally gets taken down out of bounds by Anthony Richardson. Throws the pick and goes and makes the tackle himself. I like the vision though. I like what he was trying to do, but Terrell Edmonds undercut that meanly. Trying to go over the top. He saw Pitts had some room. Just did not get enough loft there. As you see, Pitts would have caught that on the back shoulder. If he catches that over his head, that might be a catch for a big gain. Instead, it gives the Texans short field here when they already know how to move the ball. And in one play, they get in the end zone. That is Tank Dell with the amazing touchdown catch there. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed there as well, but Kwity Paye went down with an injury too. So not only are you losing your best pass rusher here, but you're also giving up more points as KJ Hamler still being dynamic on those kick returns. You want to be careful though. So the more you score, the more chances he has to run. It looks like he will be out for the game. And I am hearing from coach that they're not going with Isaiah Land to back up though, but they're going with Dayo Odobingo. So expect to see him more on that right side. Just like we see these runs going to the right side being successful. Is there actually, did they credit that with a pass? They showed up the passing stats for Richardson. Down by 7, so it's going to take some work here for them to move the field, go try to tie this game back up, get this lead right back here as they roll to the right. Richardson looking, throws this one out of bounds and out of reach for Kyle Pitts. Now 4th and 2, you know Coach Cooper is going for it. He's aggressive. Dropping back is Richardson, pocket looking kind of clean, finds his wide open target, Michael Pittman Jr. And the, oh my gosh, juke move gets 3 of them sliding on the floor. I don't even know what that was. That was the electric slide. That was some twerkers in the club. I don't know, but they was all on the ground touching the grass, begging for forgiveness from their ankles as Michael Pittman Jr. took all 3 of them. Pause. As we go 2nd and 10 here, Richardson's moving his team up. They are in the red zone. Pocket looking okay. He's going to roll out to his right to give himself some more time. Throws it over the top, and that's Alec Pierce. Great catch, getting down to the 1. Put that one perfectly where it needed to be, right on the dome top. And just like that, they're at the 1-yard line with the chance to score. They'll hand it off to Jonathan Taylor to just go ahead and finish it up. And that was an easy touchdown for the boy. His first of the season. We'll see how many he gets this year. Finished off last year with 21 of them things. We'll see if he can improve that a little bit more to get on that single season rush touchdown leaderboard. Now, of course, the defense finally gets a stop here. I mean, they did do good on the first drive, and the only reason they scored on the second drive is because they had short field and kind of scored in one play. But here they go and get a stop, leading to this offense getting a chance to drip some more of this clock and get the lead back before half. As it'll be 1st and 10 at the 39. Taylor still doing his thing up the middle here. Big run for the first down, breaking through like 3 tackles. 14 for 55 already through the first half. And the pocket's looking clean, trying to step up, but he will get taken down. Looks like Grover Stewart in there helping that one out. Probably the main protagonist there on that sack there. As we try to get him in the offseason too, so it's sad seeing him sack our quarterback. But our right tackle and right guard just kind of gave up on that one. And it'll lead us to have to at least just settle for our 3 here. 47-yard field goal is good. Or 48-yard field goal, excuse me. Now, defense did put up a good stop here, and we obviously used one of our timeouts to try to get down the field one more time. We have 1:19, 2 timeouts. And, I mean, if we can go up 2 scores, that'd be great, or even just get another 3 here. So we're going to roll out to the right side. Throw goes up the field, and Michael Pittman Jr. gets the feet in. That's a good throw there, evading the sack, throwing it off balance, back foot. We're going to come right back to it, 5 wide yet again, throwing it into the seam. As that thing was wide open, Josh Downs able to catch it and get down. Looks like they're going no huddle here. What is Richardson going to do? Switching up the play. At least the defense is moving around here. He's going to throw it out to his flats. That's Josh Downs again. Catching and getting out of bounds to preserve the 2 timeouts still. 46 seconds left. Rolling, looking, fires it. Got his man. That's Alec Pierce with the catch. Getting the first down. They're going to go no huddle. Looks like 13 seconds will drip off that clock as we're under 30 to go. Snapping it around 20. It's going to be a read option. Richardson's going to keep it to the right side, and he's in the crib. Texans defense might have been tired. A lot of big plays there. A lot of no huddle too. And they catch him off guard there with the read option. And Anthony Richardson does it for his team here. Fakes the pull. Goes in and takes it himself finally. I think this is the first time we've seen him pull it himself on a read option today. As we go ahead and extend this lead up to 2 scores now. So we'll go into half with a nice solid 24-14 lead, 40 offensive snaps. This team has really controlled the ball, 23 pass attempts, and Richardson's been looking so much more improved. We did get reports that he was working on his arm and his accuracy levels in the offseason, and we're really seeing it come together. Now, obviously not much halftime news as we are the very first game of the season, so not much movement to kind of show, no games to extra to look at, but we will go ahead and continue this second half with more Jonathan Taylor. As we are already 9 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Play action here is going to be looking down the field. He's got his receiver wide open, just out of reach though. It was there. He had a chance for it. Would have been a huge play, but instead they're going to go right back to another big play. Now one gets knocked down. Looks like the vibes here are to kind of put the Texans away. No mercy. So we have two back-to-back deep passes down the field. End up in incomplete passes. Great grab and get down there. Kind of held his body there. Didn't know if he was going to get cracked or intercepted. Just doesn't take it to the floor. He probably could have had more if he didn't do that. And then Anthony Richardson, boneheaded mistake that time. I think he threw it right to Brooks, who is back in the game. So it must have been a temporary injury. He's kind of out for the first half. But he does get an interception as soon as he comes back too, as well as that one's kind of gifted to him on a platter. And it'll give the Texans offense a chance to kind of come back. CJ under center. Hand off to the left. Pierce. Green daylight. And he just goes in and dribbles Collins into the floor and takes it onto their side of the field. Huge run by Damian Pierce, as Collins had a chance to get him on the stretch, but did not make it happen. So what we got to do, we got to get Jalen Jackson involved. His first sack of the game. Remember, he needs 2 of them things or 2 TFLs. So one more tackle for loss or sack, and he'll keep his streak going. 3rd and 18. So they're back in nickel here. Dropping back. It's a screen pass left. Pierce. Or no, that's not Pierce. Who was it that caught the screen? Is that still Singletary? Getting out to the left side. Now, of course, it'll make them have to settle for 3 here as this kick is up and it's just barely into that right upright. Thought he might have slid that one wide right. But at least that way, they bring it back to 1 possession. They're only down by 7 now. Puts them pressure back on the Colts. Keeper here again by Richardson. Tossing it out to Taylor there on the triple option. Getting some more ankles. Spinning off another 2 tackles before getting ganged up again. Took 2 ankles. Spun off 2 ankles. And then get taken down by 2 ankles. As they took a total of 6 ankles to bring that man down. As we do have an injury here. Josh Downs is going down to the ground. Holding his arm, ribs, something. That'll bring in Tutu Atwell. Having to come in here. Alex Pierce on the field too as well. So those 2 will be in more regularly here as we're seeing no downs. And we'll have to see if that affects the pass game at all here. Is 1st and 10 at the 38. They will go with a handoff to Taylor. Over 100 yards off that carry alone today. And it will be a bruised sternum for Josh Downs. So he will not come back today. We'll have to see that it's a multi-week injury after the game. As that's Kyle Pitts over the middle. Great catch in between the 2 safeties. Great work by Richardson seeing the safety split. Knowing he had his tight end in the middle. And just like that, it'll be 1st and goal. 3 yards away from pay dirt here. They're going to go gun again. Throw will not even come out of his hand. Had the open target that time. Pressure just got there a little too fast as he didn't trust it. It'll lead to a 2nd and goal a little bit deeper. He's going to roll out to his right again, and this pass is going to be off target for Pierce. That could have been a touchdown as well, and it'll bring up 3rd and goal. Looking, scans the field, goes to the right, and that is beautiful coverage. I think that's Derek Stingley Jr. yet again. Stopping the halfback, kind of corner out route there. Making it settle for 3 at our own 11. That is not a good look. Obviously, we want to come away with 7, but it does still make the score a 2-possession lead yet again. Texans got to keep up. Got to get some points here. We're about 1:50 left in the 3rd quarter. Throw goes out, and ooh, that is almost picked up by Vince. Great coverage there, man, there that time. Able to knock that one loose. They're going to go right back to the run game here, trying to get Pierce going. That's DeForest Buckner. Stealing all the TFLs. So we go 3rd and 10 here. Nickel formation. Rolling to his right. Almost getting a sack there. I think that was Dale Adabingo coming off that edge. But he does force him to throw it away. Giving the ball back to us. And you already know we're looking to try to go make something happen here. Throw over the top. And that's Michael Pittman Jr. That's where we needed the ball in the Kyle Pitts pass earlier that got intercepted. Right over the dome top, going to the opposite shoulder. And he's able to make that catch while getting hit by the safety and corner to get them in great position. So Jonathan Taylor's going to add some more to it, getting us into the red zone here with a great run, ending off the 3rd quarter. Coming into the last 12 minutes of play here, or last 11 minutes of play, I should say, it's going to be a read option here from Anthony Richardson. Going to the outside, Stingley is able to knock the ball out, but not before he stepped out of bounds. As that actually saved us some points here, as we're able to go ahead and get up and find Tutu Atwell. The new free agent addition. I really like the speed and short route running that he would bring to the table. Getting a chance to kind of show it off here early as he actually catches his first pass and touchdown in a Colts uniform, and it puts us up by 17. So just like that, now this is really a must-score drive for the Texans if they want to keep pace here. CJ Stroud throwing it deep but out of bounds for his receivers. I think that was Nico Collins in the route. Trying to test one-on-one with Kenny Moore Jr. there. Did not work too well. Someone didn't even get into the field to play. He was so scared. And this time he's going to roll to his left and throw it just out of the outstretched hands there. Not able to find his other wide out. CJ Stroud looked like his accuracy off today. 4th and 6. They need it here. Throw over the top, and we knock it loose out of Collins' hands. He had him for a moment. I saw the window there. Manny Bell turning around and knocking the ball out of his hands, though. And, I mean, just like that, I mean, unless they can get a quick stop here, which it is 3rd and 9, this game should be all but over. Throwing over the middle, that's Michael Pittman Jr. Keeping the drive alive. We are down under 8.5 to go. Now under 8 full minutes to go. They'll go with the direct handoff again. Taylor going to the left side, bouncing off one and getting taken down by the safety, but not before getting into goal territory. And we'll see if this defense can hold them again to just 3. As they'll go gun here. Hand it off to Taylor, though. Do the smart safe thing. The smart safe thing doesn't always get points every time. 6.5 to go. Read option run here. He just takes it up the middle himself, not trying to stretch it out. And the safety will tackle him into the crib. But Anthony Richardson gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day and actually increases his lead yet again. Now it's up to 24 points. 41-17. The game kind of got really out of hand for a minute there. It was very close throughout most of the first, I'd say, 2 quarters and a half. You know, the game was really close, and then looks like the Colts offense just kind of took off, and the defense has been kind of locked down here. As we'll see if they have anything left in the tank as that ball gets popped out too as well. Look at Collins in coverage. 2nd and 10. Gun. Pocket's clean. He's going to roll to his right. Pocket is still clean, and finally has to throw it away before getting sacked. Took Otabingo a good minute to get there. But this is great coverage on the back end. Nobody's getting open. Peppers, Moore, Vince. As soon as I say something, Vince gives up a great catch there. As I saw that one all the way. They were playing great coverage, and then Vincent got broke there on the in route. Then gets broken again here on the in route. That's back-to-back plays where he's getting confused. And I really don't know what could be causing this. I don't know if his awareness is low. His man coverage is the highest out of all of our corners, so he really shouldn't be getting done like this. So go 1st and 10 here. Throw goes over the middle yet again, and I don't know who was in coverage for that one. I think, if I remember correctly, that should have been Manny Bell's man if they were lined up in man coverage yet again. But Nico Collins able to make a big play there. And then here going to the outside, Pierce getting tackled into the end zone as Dayo Otabingo is going down with an injury. So I think EJ Speed came around the back end and tackled him into the end zone to give them the touchdown. They're going to go for 2 here, as of course you have to, as he's going to roll out to his right. He's going to get taken down and lose the ball. Justin Blackman's going to come up and grab it. He's going to start to take it up the field, and he steps out of bounds. Could have got us a couple extra points there to get the lead back up to 20. He will step out of bounds, though, and that'll basically end the ball game in any hopes of a comeback. 3 minutes left in the game, and they only were down by 18. That would have made it 16 to bring it closer, but down 3 possessions with 3 minutes. With the way this team was playing, there was no way. As they did tack on an extra touchdown, we tacked on an extra 3 to make the final score 44-30. But there was really no contest in this one, man. It was close for a good minute. Really got out of hand. You see Anthony Richardson with a 60% completion percentage, already starting out the year with a little bit better accuracy than he's had in the past. Over 300 yards of passing offense too as well. As we go ahead and dive into these stats a little bit deeper. See, we dropped 17 in that 4th quarter, 17 in the 2nd quarter as well. Those are really our money quarters. 465 yards of total offense while holding them to 277. Not over 100 yards rushing, not over 200 passing. So I think that might get the goal there. 282 for us, over 100 yards rushing, 589 total. We had 3 turnovers, of course, which does suck. I don't know why I'm saying they have 0. They definitely fumbled the ball on that 2-point conversion. Give us our turnover. 7 for 7 in the red zone, though, the most impressive that we have looked ever. 5 TDs, 2 field goals, and then we held time of possession 30-17. I told you guys it was a different strategy here today, as they were holding the ball for 30 of the 48 minutes this game. Richardson, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, which does suck. So we got to tone those down going into the next game. But I'm proud that he had over 60% completion percentage, over 300 yards passing. And then we matched it up with 153 yards through the ground and a touchdown for Taylor. Richardson, 2 more rushing touchdowns, so 4 touchdowns total. And we only had 65 given up there to Damian Pierce. Now, Tank Dell did go off today, though. 8 for 128, 2 touchdowns. Can't stop everybody. But let's talk about our receivers, bro. They went off and did their thing. 6 for 79 for Josh Downs, despite being hurt. So we'll have to see how long that is. Pittman Jr., 4 for 86. Taylor even had 42. Kyle Pitts, 35. Tutu Atwell and Woods, the 2 people that you probably didn't expect on the receiving core to catch touchdowns, caught touchdowns today. And then defensively, I see 10 tackles there for Zaire Franklin. 7 of them assisted, though, so not a whole lot of solos. 3 TFLs, though. He was in that backfield today, getting even more than DeForest Buckner. You see Jalen Jackson only had 1 TFL, 1 sack. I don't know if those combined for 2 total or how that'll kind of work, but Dale Adabingo had a sack as well. No INTs, though, today from the team, so I would love to see us getting a couple more turnovers here. But overall, offensively and defensively, we did our thing, man. Got a couple upgrades coming out of the game. Evan Hull, fresh off getting signed back from the practice squad. I guess he was happy for us to get the win. We'll get an upgrade here to his elusive back, so we'll go ahead and give that to him. And then Jonathan Taylor, as well as getting an upgrade here. Now the scheme requires elusive back, because I did change the scheme to spread over the power run, just because I feel like our team is more so spread now with the receiving talent that we had. So now we're going to go and upgrade his elusive back, make that his primary focus, so he's getting that scheme fit upgrade as far as XP. And I want to check his X Factor's ability. I didn't know what he had, because he did get it there in the game, and it looks like he got max security, so this is a catching based one, even though receiving back is his worst talent. And then of course Jalen Jackson here, you won't regret it, I promise. Keep feeding them coming. Okay, looks like he did get it then. So what kind of boost are we seeing here? Is it XP? I'll take some XP. 10,000 XP. I love it. And then Jonathan Taylor coming back after we obviously won the game. Obviously, we had that press conference, so of course he's going to come talk to us about getting the dub. And we did it through the ground. I mean, he got over the 130 I think they asked us to get. We had it as a scheme fit too as well. We did go with the inside run focus both out of halftime and the beginning of the game. So what kind of XP boost are we getting here? 4,500 for the lineman, all offensive linemen too. I'll take that. And then 10 staff points because we executed the game plan. Now, of course, coming out of the game, we did have those injuries. So Quiddy Pay will be missing the next 3. KJ Hamler actually did get hurt as well. So John Peppers will be taking back kick return duties, but he'll be out for the next 5 weeks. So with that being said, I am going to move Dale Adabingo to the starting left end role and the pass rushing left end role, just because I feel like Isaiah Land, I mean, 62 overall is just not going to get it done for us. We got to keep that defense up and tight. I would normally like to get him some, XP and work if he had been a player I drafted maybe. Now, Jalen Jackson getting the 10,000 XP. We'll see a boost to his stuff here in his stats. Pretty much the only time that we're going 4-3, we're either stopping the run or he's in coverage. So not really much reason to go with anything pass rush ability. We'll give it +2 to zone coverage. I'll take it there to get it up to a 75 overall. And of course, we got a couple more upgrades with the offensive line, getting that 4,500. A lot more so for the backups, but we do have a starter here and Bernhard Raymond. And now we definitely want to make sure we're working on those pass rushing ability or pass protection abilities. Cannot be taking sacks when I'm dropping back for these long blocking assignments. So making sure that everybody has some type of pass pro to them, especially the guys like this that are like 50 in the pass pro but 60 in their run blocking. Definitely going to be upgrading the pass protection here to make sure everything kind of bounces out, especially for the tackles. I don't care if you're right or left, you better have good pass pro, because I'm tired of rolling out and getting sacked every time I roll. Toby Tyson here, he's actually got a pretty good pass protector, 66 overall, his second archetype here. So for this case, we're still going to go pass pro though. Still got to make sure that you're not giving up any sacks. We're making that your primary thing here. Jason Poe, 53 in the pass block, needed to get up. Yep, going to get that up to 54 for your boy, +1 finesse power and regular pass block needed. And then we go to our very last upgrade here, as it'll be Jason Witt, backup left tackle, 57 pass pro. We got to get that up. Need that to be higher. 62 overall too, so he does get a boost to his overall, but All we care about is getting that boost up. Now, obviously, he's got a camp standout to keep going in the next week since he did his thing this week. So we'll see what more they require of him in the next game. But we'll be coming out with another division game here against the Titans. So that'll be a game in its own. Here to start the season, we'll kind of do 1 game episodes for a little bit, and then we'll kind of speed through the season a little bit more near the middle and kind of wrapping things up, slowing back down when it's time to clinch playoffs, speeding up to end the season, and then, of course, 1 game episodes for the postseason. So if you guys are ready for year 2 and want the series to keep going all the way to the next Madden, man, show that love and support for your boy. I really appreciate everything that you guys already do. I love the comments that actually come through. Let me know how you guys are enjoying the series, suggestions that you guys have. We'll take into factor some of those and try to get them incorporated in the series too as well. Really want this to be about you guys and you guys to enjoy it. So leave a like, subscribe, and comment on your way out. It's been your boy SGG, aka the King of Game, aka Coach Cooper. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode where we go to take down another division rival. As you see, the Jaguars won their game 2. I'm telling you, this year probably could be closer than it was last. Catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Later.